Well, hello. So many fabulous people in the house. Oh my goodness. I am every weekends. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you very much for that comment. I appreciate that. Timalina, CBC, 351 Cleveland. Hello. I'm sorry my finger's in the way as I kind of scroll through to catch up. I didn't expect you all to be here. Mike Cole, hello. I know there's a lot of names. I'm just getting my finger in there. Avid, hello. Rich and Leo Angling UK, hello in the house. Peace City, thank you very much for being here. TX Tiger. Mad Catter, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. It seems so quiet on my end. I don't know. Usually I'm watching and listening and I can hear the background noise and know that all's good. I assume that everything's good. We'll do the usual check. You can hear me and see me okay. That's a good thing, I guess. I'm going to back up my bus a little bit. Holy smokes. Just make sure I'm up. Chris Flores, hello. Thank you very much for coming in. Painting Services by Steve. I appreciate the comments. Big Slim, Uncle Josh, I think I just saw. Hillbilly Psycho, Dobson, what's up? Georgia Fishman, hello. Hopefully I'm coming in okay. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I'm not. I don't know. Fish Hunt, Trap, and Repeat, thank you very much for being here. Georgia Trapping and Fishing, thank you also very much for being here. Awesome, thank you, Rich and Leo, I appreciate that. Big Hook, thank you so much for coming in. Fish and Chick, excellent. I finally got to subscribe to you. I haven't yet watched your first video. I will admit I haven't. I've been so busy just working so hard for this one little video. Fins and Finds, thank you very much for being here. For a whole 13-minute video, it has taken me all week just to edit all the different little clips. And we all talk a little bit, or most of us talk about how we do the video editing and enjoy that. JP Slayer, hello. And it takes so much time. Oh, Stan, thank you so much for being here. And Avid, if I didn't say hello. Featured. There's a few people featured in the video. And of course, we're going to sport the merchandise. So go hello. And of course, the Fisher Magician. Hello, thank you very much. No. I'm kind of here to talk about that and going forward. And I really don't. Ace, hello. If I didn't say hello. Let's Drive USA. Thank you very much for being here. So many fabulous people in the house. I appreciate you all so much. A lot of my newer friends are here. A lot of channels that I recently have been subscribing to and have found some of them also due to RV Weekends, who commented earlier in the post. And again, I'm not sure that he's here, but thankfully he introduced me to a lot of his friends. Snake River Catfishing. Thank you so much for being here. Mike Irvin. I really didn't expect this many people in the house, so I appreciate you all very much. I know, being a weeknight and kind of early, a lot of times we do the late night streams, and a lot of you are out there fishing. I think I did see that Has Life was live. I didn't check before I came on to see if he was still live. Palmetto, thank you so very much for being here. I'm working on getting a shirt from you as well here. I will be looking into that. I wanted to get some chocolate from your wife. We haven't hooked up for that yet. I think I just saw a comment I just want to go back to. Ooh, I hate having to scroll. I gotta figure this out. Oh, there we go. Excellent. 351 Cleveland. Thank you. So anyway, I totally digress. Sharina, I didn't see your name, but I see people saying hello. Thank you very much. I got so much of your stuff to catch up on. In fact, everybody, I haven't, unfortunately, again, with my fishing adventure and just getting out there as much as I can to go fishing, I have not been the big supporter, unfortunately, of all of you as I usually am. I haven't been into the live streams as much. I do kind of pop in and out, or I do see things and just don't have time. Rex Blocker, hello. To spend as much as I would have, and because I really was on this mission to fish. And if you've been following along, you know it's just been so difficult here, whether we have the flood, which I didn't put in my video that I did. Sorry, reading as I'm talking here as well, trying to catch some of that. I hope I don't miss too much. All right, Ace. I'll take your tea. You got to take my my sticker whenever I get that created, if I ever get it created. But yes. So anyway, following along, you know, it's been difficult for me here. Not only being new to the catfishing, trying to learn all the stuff. But then our weather down here in South Carolina is, you know, we had the floods and the floodwaters, and it was winter. The fish, I think, are hitting now. I saw Mike Costello posted a video today. If you have not gone to see that, please do. That was a nice catch, and that was a long overdue wait to get to this point where the fish are starting to come and bite, and maybe we'll experience a few more catches than we have been struggling to get, and that's hopeful. I was out the other day. In my intro, part of the intro to my video, I really wanted to sit in front of the area where the takedown happened, and I was so frustrated. It was just so windy. So now we have that. The floodwaters have receded. Now it's like, you know, super high winds all the time, and some of these docks that we get out on is just it's like a super wind tunnel. So we've had some struggles. And my struggle the other day, I ended up sitting in the car because I said, you know what, to heck with all of this. I'm done with it. I was so frustrated. You're in Greenville, let's drive. Yeah, I'm not really too familiar with that. But I will look that up. I'm actually in Myrtle Beach, Sockasty, South Carolina to be precise. But I have found that you can drive for days and never actually leave South Carolina. It's a little unlike where I was in New Hampshire, where I could drive to Vermont and Maine all in just a couple of hours. So, but here I feel like you can just drive forever and still be in South Carolina. But I do have a lot more to explore, and that's part of what I wanted to touch on here. Hopefully, a lot of you got to see the video. I know it hasn't been on very long. Palmetto, the next time you're down here with your wife, maybe we should get together and do a dinner. We'll try your famous South Carolina seafood. I still haven't quite found that to be the best seafood yet, but maybe you can show me differently. But yeah, so that was part of it where, you know, I was in the car and I just get so frustrated, and I was just like, you know what, this is going to have to do. And then not being in your lives and not being there and not watching all of your videos. And usually I try to do that. I can spend my evenings maybe doing that. And I've been so busy just working on these videos. So amazingly, a 13-minute, I think it was, if it was even, I think it was under 13-minute long video, has taken me a week through copying, screenshotting some clips that I had and pulling stuff together. And oh my gosh, thank gosh, Mike Costello doing the video on the way down, and I got to include that as well, which I just thought was amazing. Fish Snatcher, thank you so very much for being here. So yeah, that's where I've been. I've been here. I kind of been scoping. I pop in here and there, and Hillbilly Psycho. I've been in there a few times. I think just the other night as well. And I popped in on a live for One Ton, of course, my favorite New Hampshire brothers, or New Hampshire brother, because there's only one that was from New Hampshire, but. Yeah, just kind of popping in and out, and I try to pop in and out and catch that and try to do my editing. So thankfully I finally got it up today. I did want to do it as a premiere, and then I was a hot mess. So after thinking about it and realizing it's not even 13 minutes long, it really just wasn't even worth doing that as such. So I hope that putting it up there as just a regular video and then coming in to do the live, to me, it just seems like it would work out better, because now we can actually sit and chat a little bit. Oh my gosh, Fishing Chick, I have so many different applications that I use. I don't, I find that there's not going to be just one. And it's all going to be dependent on what you're editing on. So some will do their edits on a laptop. I don't have that luxury. I'm doing mine on an iPhone. So I am trying to find things that work with the iPhone app. But as I keep going through and finding the different, I don't really want to be paying for anything. I think I did maybe pay for a couple apps, but I have one app that will do the text that I can then download as a watermark, so that I can actually put it onto any background that I want. I do really enjoy my iNote, I think it is. Keynote. I think it's Keynote. Androids suck, Hillbilly, but that's okay. We can talk about that later in your in your lives. We'll bring that up. But yeah, so Keynote, I really enjoy that. I've tried to work with other apps, but I find Keynote, although I do have to go out and go to different places, but I'll go online to do make a transparent background off something. I'll go online to pull photos that I want to use and make those backgrounds transparent. Becca, thank you so very much for being here. And then I'll lay them all as I go. I lay them into my Keynote app. So, but I'm sure there's a whole much easier way to do things. And then there's also the video where I actually upload, but that's for thumbnails and stuff. I use the Keynote for the thumbnails. For the videos, I think for this, I used a couple different platforms, and I can't really remember the name of this one I did, but finding one that you can actually lay transparent backgrounds on. And like an earlier video I did, I could put my rubber ducky in there and do the sound effects. And so it's been an ongoing process of finding those things. But maybe Fish and Chick will get together and talk about that. And when I'm offline, I can actually pull some of the things that I use and shoot them off to you as an idea to go in and check out. Yes, and the iMovie on the iPhone. Yeah, iMovie. I was using that for a little while. Now there's another one, and again, I'm sorry, I'm not on my phone. I don't remember the name of it, but there's another one that I found that I do like, that I can actually do the overlays or the masks in. But yeah, it's time consuming, all that stuff, and then you got to work and live and fish. So that's what brings me here today. Yes, the key on the iPhone, the thumbnails for the videos, and Filmmaker Pro. Thank you. Yes, that's the Filmmaker Pro. I've only recently discovered, but that's a good one for doing the transparent overlays or transparent. If you got the GIFs, I wanted to say Jiffy, in a Jiffy. But yeah, you can actually that worked really well, but I still found that I was going other places as well for other things and trying to put that all together. But yes, Filmmaker Pro, check that out if you're doing the iPhone. I don't know if it works on the computer, but um, so yeah, I got my fish. I finally got my fish. It's been an epic journey. That was the whole point of using that in the title. Um, in the very beginning of my video clip, I did decide to put in my move here, and that was the start really of this whole adventure. That was probably the biggest adventure of my life, emotional too. But to try to pack up as much as I could, as much as I owned, into my SUV. And you'll see the recliner was up there. There was a little story behind that. I just decided that wasn't something I was leaving behind. And I actually left behind one of my kayaks so that I could actually take the recliner, which I ended up throwing out when I got here because I went through Virginia that just downpoured the whole entire time. And but Lynn, thank you very much for being here. But yeah, that was in a 3-day whim, and just deciding to pack up and make the move here. And it was been the most tremendous and amazing thing I could have ever done. So for myself, for my life and for my future. So that was the start of my adventure there. I had always adventured before in New Hampshire, and most of my adventures are in my albums on my Facebook. And then, of course, my hiking videos way back. Like I said, my YouTube is about 11 years old. So short clips of when I summited, because I did all 48 of the 4,000 footers, the White Mountains, and did the patch for the 4,000 footer club. And I had wanted to do the hiking of the AT, which I may still do at some point in time in my life. I don't know. I'm still 51 years young, so I have a lot. I could do so many different things from here. And part of being Laura the Explorer, which is just so fitting on so many levels. So it's not limited to any one particular thing, which is really what I'm about. So I do enjoy so many different things. So kayaking, hiking, backpacking, ghost hunting. I love that. Exploring. So some of the things I wanted to talk about going forward, like now I've caught my fish, and I'll be honest that it was somewhat anticlimactic, I want to say. I kind of worked up to it. You've all been so gracious to follow me along on this adventure, and I appreciate that so very much. And everybody was really rooting and cheering for me. And I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have come as far as I did without all of you. So. I mean, all of you. It's not RV Weekends. Thank you so very much for coming back in, because I did see your comment in the very beginning there. Yeah, the editing. We were just talking about the editing. After Fives, thank you so very much for being here. There's 2 names right there. If anybody is in here that's not familiar, please do try to check out After 5 Outdoors and RV Weekends. They do some great live streams, very friendly people, and they have some great channels that follow them. And that's how I've been getting introduced to some other channels as well, and working my way up, not necessarily out of my fishing community, which is where I started, but kind of getting into the outdoors and the outdoor adventuring and RVing. I don't have my RV anymore, but and I was more of a outdoor backpacker, but it's still right up my alley, being in the outdoors all the time. So I don't have the links. I can't drop links for you guys here, and I don't know if anybody does have RV Weekends and After 5 Outdoors links. Please feel free to drop those in there. Becca probably does. Becca knows everybody. Oh, she's got After 5 right in there. Perfect. There you go. And I think, yeah, I don't know, but I digressed again. Oh my goodness. This is why I can't do any interviews with anybody. There's people talk about me coming up on their panels. For one, I don't ever shut up. And for two, I digress all the time and then I forget what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, Fish and Chick, that's awesome. That was the biggest compliment you could ever give me. I appreciate that so much. Um, Way back in the day, people used to tell me I was quite the inspiration with hiking and all the adventures that I did before I started really sharing them here. And that's just the best compliment ever. I appreciate, I mean, really, that's just amazing. I appreciate that very much. Um, Roger Anderson, thank you very much for being here. I don't think I saw you earlier or said hi. Um, so some things going forward that I just wanted to talk about. I have a very long time friend of mine. I don't believe that he's probably in here. Uh, and if he is listening, that's great too. George Ray, thank you very much for being here. Um, Basically, he's known me for probably my entire life. He's on to some great adventures, and possibly himself and his wife may be moving, maybe not down here per se, but into the area somewhere not too far. And I hope they do that. But in his adventures, he is going on to the podcast community, and on my Facebook, I had posted about. You listen to Catfish Weekly and the podcast that he does as well. And but also my longtime friend is known as Ron in New England, or Ron from New England, and he is starting his very first podcast stream, and he's been a guest on many other podcasts as well. And it's called, I believe it was called the Wicked New England or something of that sort. And I had it right on the tip of my tongue, but I wanted to post that link, and I will do that later. I wish I could remember right out, and of course it's on my phone, but and I apologize, Ron, for getting that wrong. Oh, the Wicked Planet. That's what it is. The Wicked Planet. What an excellent name. I don't know why I forgot about that. But the Wicked Planet. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because he has asked me, or we have been talking about a potential guest appearance, or I should say, it won't be really an appearance because it is a podcast. But he has talked about that with me, making a guest appearance on that. And he is collaborating with my stepdaughter on that. So that'll be exciting. Oh, you're so welcome, RV Weekends. Yeah, and it's so great that you guys can all be here. I just appreciate it all so much. Mike Hoffman, thank you very much for taking the time to be here. You just rolled very safely up the highway, please. Or down the highway. Oh, up the highway. What goes up must come down. So there's a potential for that with doing the guest appearance there, and then also oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought on everything. Oh, my good friends up in North Carolina. I met here when I came down here, actually, and I do get to meet up with them. I think 2 or 3 different times that I've been down here, we've gotten together, and but that would be Amber and her husband, and I don't think that you know their names on here, but you may come to know them as I'll get down there or up there to North Carolina with them and potentially do some ghost adventuring. So I'm looking forward to that. I've recently been blessed to get 2 days off in a row, so I will now have Sunday and Monday nights off. I was home today due to some personal situations that had me here, which is great because I ended up getting my video done and uploaded. But it'll be Sunday and Monday I'll have off, so that'll give me some time to do my adventuring, where I could go out Saturday night after work, and then I would have the Saturday evening maybe to go fishing some more with Mike Costello, or maybe we'll finally make our way out to Curl Lake to see our friends out there. Who knows? You know, so many good things to come, and it wouldn't be an adventure if we knew all the details of everything. So I appreciate that very much, Mike Kaufman. I really do, and I do want you to be safe out there. So thank you for popping in, and to everybody else that is popping out. I appreciate you. I didn't expect to be on here very long. I just wanted to touch base and talk about that video and what maybe will be happening going forward. I'm not really sure. You know, I still want to do the causeway videos and things like that, and I will continue to fish as well. So far, I haven't had much luck. Like I said the other day, my bait was mush. I got all snagged up. It was windy, and it was just frustrating. And at that point, I just wanted to go home. So, but now having the time off, and hopefully my customer on my JV customer on will still be coming. I haven't really touched base with him recently. We got held up on some parts that were coming in, but I do believe that they came in and he's working on that custom rod. So that'll come, and I'll have that for both catfishing. So I'll have 2 rods out, and also for bass fishing as well. Al's Outdoors, very much. Thank you very much. And that's okay. I appreciate that you came in. Timalina, if I didn't say hello, I apologize. Because again, I'm chatting. And I know that everybody's popping in and out dinner time. And like I said, it was kind of an odd time. And I did just want to kind of do a follow-up because my video didn't end up being a premiere. And I think that worked out okay. So thank you, Becca. I appreciate that so much. So yes, I made my epic journey down here from New Hampshire in packing up as much as I could into my little SUV, and I just rolled on through the states until I got myself right here. I do still have the one kayak. I haven't yet put that into the water. However, I am working the nerve up to that because I do see a lot of kayakers. I have seen so many people in some of the fishing spots actually, and I can see potential to put in there. I don't think my fear of the alligators is quite as prevalent as it was. I think that has subsided some. Not the case with the snakes. I still do not want the snakes falling from the trees into my boat or climbing up from the water onto it or whatever they do. I don't know. But the alligators, okay, whatever. I think I'll stay out of their way, and I'm sure they'll stay out of mine. Oh, you don't, Timalina? Oh my goodness. Yes, and you have a wrench everywhere. We'll make sure we take care of that for the next time. And I can't do it while I'm here, and I think that was part of the problem too. I have to actually go back. I actually have to go back after the stream and then make people moderators from that. So I'm glad that you're here and you're commenting, and I will go back and do that. Oh, that's awesome, RV weekends. Oh, the 2-person. Oh, you had a 2-person but needed the single-person kayak. Yeah, that's excellent. And I can imagine with all your traveling plans that you'll be using that a lot. The tandems are difficult. I had a tandem. I didn't. It was in my family household there, but the tandems and with my stepchildren and whatnot, but very hard to maneuver. But I have had so much fun in my kayaks. I pretty much lived in it in New Hampshire. So let the alligators eat snakes. Yeah. And you just keep on doing what you do. Exactly. Do the alligators eat the snakes? That would be amazing if they did. But yeah, the kayaking, I mean, I spent a lot of my summer doing that, and I really enjoy the one-way trip. So if you can put in and go down river about 10 to 12 miles it's a good clip of a day. But if you're just floating, and then get somebody to pull you out on the other end, that's the way to go. Um, and then there's a lot of people coming in now that are also fishing from their kayaks, and that's a challenge, I think, too. I mean, you see the setups and whatnot, and you're sitting so low, and you really don't have a lot of room there. I have not done it myself, but just the fact that I spent so much time in my kayak, I know some of the challenges with that. So it's amazing. Stand 3, epic fish he's catching out of there, and I understand that he was doing some tournaments as well. So that's just amazing, and I'm so happy for everybody that is just doing so well. Yeah, right. In Florida, there's no. You don't have to worry about gators in Florida. Well, you let me know how that kayaking goes with those gators, and then we'll do a follow up with that. Maybe I'll get a GoPro. I was talking to actually Michael about a GoPro, and he was suggesting some other alternative to that. And so there's potential for that. And my mother and I were talking about doing one of those monkey climbing things, and that would be cool with the GoPro, or zip lining. Although I do have fear of heights and vertigos. Great. All right, Lynn. I'm sure I'll catch you on the flip side somewhere. So yes, everybody's going, and dinner's going, and there's other live streams, and I just wanted to come in and touch base and let you all know that yes, I finally did catch my fish, and I will continue. Maybe I'll get a bigger fish, but it was a little bit anticlimactic, as I started to say in the beginning. I worked myself up to it, and I'm like, oh, I caught a fish. I don't know why it was so anticlimactic, but I tried to be excited. And I think after I got it off the hook, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited they did it. But at the time, I was just like, oh, okay, I caught a fish. And after the struggles that I've gone through, you would have thought I would have been beside myself. But maybe next time, maybe if I can catch one like Michael does, the bigger ones, then I will. Maybe I'll do a little jig. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens from here. Now I'm not editing my videos and spending a whole entire week doing that, and with the working and trying to go out and go fishing too. So I'll have a little more time to visit with everybody as well. And come back to that and do that support. I will always be supporting everybody. I appreciate everybody supporting me as well. But I'm gonna, I guess, end this and let everybody get back to doing what they're doing. And I am sure I'm gonna see you on the flip side, Dobson. I may see you later. We'll see. I don't know if you're going live later, but you never know. I might pop in to see you. Thank you very much, Fish Hunt, Trap, and Repeat. I appreciate it. And I know I'll see you all. I'll see you all either in your lives or somebody's lives or somewhere. So it's never a goodbye. Thank you, After 5. I appreciate it. I'm sure I will see you soon as well. Sunfish King, hello. Sunfish King is doing some great things too. I didn't get to see your last videos, but he's up there and he's pushing. So, if you're not subscribed there, please do help give him that little push. That's okay. It was just general chatting. That's kind of what I was doing. And I don't even think I ever actually finished a sentence. I just kind of digressed through the whole thing. So you didn't really miss much. It was just that whole journey through the whole video and kind of getting through the whole journey of getting to the end result, which was finally catching my fish. And the great thing was, the most amazing thing was that I didn't just catch one. I mean, I caught 3, and I actually almost caught 5. And they were just bang, 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 bang. And I had a little snafu with one of my knots not being tied properly. And it was probably one of the times I was sitting and tying while I was hanging out. And I managed to catch the 3 fish. And I think it was the 4th or 5th fish. I hooked up and Michael was there for that. So I'm a little disappointed in that because I would like to have Michael be there at one of the times because he's just helped me through so much. He's helped me from the very beginning through this whole process. So it would be great. It would be an epic experience to have him there as I reel in a fish at some point in time. But that particular moment, I might not let go, and I lost the fish. So, but it happens. I wasn't devastated. I mean, it was what it was. Um, and then I think just before he arrived, I had one on the line that very smart. They can be very smart, and they get hooked up, and they don't want to come in, and they'll swim you right underneath the debris under a ledge. I had one swimming under a ledge or whatever might be down below in that particular spot, but they get me hooked up in there, and I couldn't recover. So that 2 fish got away, but there's more fish in the sea, as they say. You're welcome for the recap. Short and sweet as it is. But you could always go back and watch the video. There was a 13-minute, not even a 13-minute recap of pretty much everything that's been going on. So there you have it. And again, I just another shout out to everybody that's just been so supportive. I appreciate it. Avid, of course, sending me the box to get started with. Michael has also helped me out with things to get started with. And also the types of equipment and stuff to use and how to use it. That was the most important. Plus watching all of you and listening to everybody else out there. So it's been like I said, it's just been a great adventure. And I hope to keep continuing to adventure on, and we'll see what happens from here. And I may not be out there quite as much after this fish as I want to venture on to my other things as well. But you never know. I just might come back with a big one. Oh, and definitely look forward to Becca. She's got all those rods going on. And of course, Becca's such a supporter to everybody. So I'm sure everybody's that's in here has been sub to Becca, but you got to watch for her. She's got things coming. So her live stream's her channel is gonna be taking off here shortly, I'm sure. She got herself some quite a few nice rods, a nice custom rod that she got. Also the Muddy River rods. So we'll look forward to that adventure, Becca, coming up. She's got the mudding and everything else going on too. Fishing Chick, I'm definitely gonna go check out your first video. I don't know if you put out anything since then, and I'm sorry I had not gotten a chance to look at it, but it has. I've been trying to find you, like you know this. I'm like, where is your link? How am I finding you? And when you look up Fishing Chick, some good, not so good things come up. So I'm glad we finally got to connect. I finally got to sub to you, and I do want to go watch that. And I can't. I'm excited to see your adventures. Sharina's keeping it real. Oh my gosh, she's just exploding. So those good things there too. Catfish Katie Collins, getting all her gear. She's finally getting some fishing in. You know, I think we're all getting over our little humps, and we're going to just see some great things here. So. Yeah, Becca. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we all have our little things happening. Yours may be a little bit bigger than some of ours, and I'm feeling some of the oppression from my stuff today, but it's not going to beat me down. I'm just feeling emotionally exhausted sometimes, but you know, we'll move forward, and I know that you have great things coming. So may not be tomorrow, but you're getting there. So we're going to see that. Sharina, yep. Sunfish, that's great. I'm glad you're following along with that as well. All right. So I'm going to end this, and you know, who knows? Maybe you'll see me. I did promise that I would do some panels at some point in time with people after I finally caught a fish. So we'll see if that actually transpires or how we'll go forward with that. And then again, hopefully I'll hook up with my friend to do like a podcast with my stepdaughter and my longtime friends. And then, of course, my ghostly adventures with my North Carolina friends. I can't wait for that. So we have that coming up. And of course, I do hope that I have more and more adventures with Michael. So we have fishing, and Michael did just buy a bow. I didn't think he shared that. He might have. So we'll see maybe we'll see some fun banter and competitions on the range. And then we do still have the foam fight that we're going to do. We'll talk about that another time. All right, all. I'm going to call it quits. It's hot in front of this light. I don't even know why I have it on. But I'd much rather be on the other side. And I guess that's where I'm going to see you all, is on the other side. Have a good night. And I'm out.